Questions?
Looks like Earl Thomas reported today for Seattle. How does it impact you guys in your preparation?
It doesn't. Obviously when you're studying their defense, you're studying the defense, not one player. They're a very aggressive single high defense, and the guy who played for Earl, 33 Thompson, he's been playing really well, so he's a great player, so it makes him better.
What has Pete done there to sustain success?
Pete's had great culture there. He's been there, 8 years, and he's averaged 11 wins a year, 6 straight winning seasons. He's got great culture. He's built it his way, by playing great defense and running the football, having an efficient offense, and obviously, acquiring that young quarterback, Russell Wilson. That's helped their culture, but it's an aggressive group, and defensively they've lost some of their frontliners, but when you watch the tape, it looks like Seattle. They're flying around, they're playing aggressive, they're playing hard. So even with losing those guys, it's still a real good defense.
There's a lot of mobile quarterbacks out there in the league. How is Russell Wilson?
He's the best. He's the best movement quarterback in this entire league. Last year he had the most 10-plus yard runs as a quarterback, and that kills you, especially on third downs. So we have to have a great rush plan, to contain this guy. And obviously he's gonna escape from time to time. So our coverage guys have to cover twice. So when the ball snaps, they got to cover the concept, and when he starts scrambling, they have to cover the scramble plays. So that makes it difficult, especially on third down. But all of the big plays go through Russell, and most of them are outside of the pocket. So he's a dangerous guy. He throws touchdowns. He was I think second or third last year as far as throwing touchdowns in this league. But he's a special player, and their offense obviously goes through him.
How tough of a test is that for Bradley in his first start to have to deal with?
Bradley Chubb. Something, that's a great question, but we have to rush this guy together, right? It won't be about Bradley or about Vaughn being separate, okay? It takes a total unit to rush and contain this guy, from Derek Wolfe pushing inside with Pecco to Vaughn and Chubb and Shaq and Shane pushing the pocket where he can't escape out of the back door. So it won't be on one guy. One guy can contain this guy. It's going to be our entire unit.
What have you seen from Case over the last, training camp specifically, makes you think this moment is not going to be too big, this next hurdle?
Come on. What he did last year, he's played in big games. He's played in big games. They were 12-2 with him last year. They were one game from the biggest game of the year. So I'm not worried about Case. Case has worked hard. He's worked smart for us, and in my opinion, he's going to play better than what we've seen in preseason.
What do you want to see from him in terms of that first game? What are the biggest things you've emphasized to Case?
Well, just manage the game for us, and that's the quarterback's job. We want Case to manage the game and to use his weapons. The quarterback's best friend is running the football and having the efficient pass game and keeping the third downs manageable. So I want Case to be Case. I don't want him to be anything special. Just be our quarterback, be a great leader, take care of the football, and that's his job.
You said a running game's quarterback's best friend.
Yes.
How much are you planning on utilizing the run game?
That's our formula to win. And obviously this defense, it's a really stout front. And they're a single high coverage team, so they're going to have one more guy in the box than we can account for it every down. So we have to have a great plan to block that guy or to influence that guy, but we can't get frustrated with the run game. Okay, we got to stay with it. It may look ugly sometimes, but we have to stay with it and puncture some runs to make our pass game more available.
How big of a challenge can that first regular season game be for rookies?
It can be challenging, obviously. Nerves. It's week one. That stadium's going to be, jumping, So I think for some rookies, everyone's different. Some guys are going to be nervous, some guys aren't. But you hope they apply their technique and apply the scheme and just play football. At the end of the day, just play football.
How much easier is it to be a second-year head coach, and a rookie head coach? And how much more comfortable are you?
Well, it's a lot easier. It's a big job, and it takes time to digest it all. But obviously, my second year, I'm more comfortable with all of it. And having a quarterback that I feel good about, and having a better offensive line and those things. Because players play. Okay, it's a player's game, and I'm a coach and I don't play, but it definitely feels better my second time around.
Okay. Playing personnel from the quarterback and throughout the roster and your staff, how much better do you feel about where you are with your program now?
I feel good about that, and again, it takes time to figure out your players, what's best for your players, of how you practice, how you meet, all those things matter. We meet more than we practice, so, having efficient, winning meetings is always important. So, in my second year, I figured out, routines to help our players grasp the game plan quicker. That comes with time, so I'm in a good place. Our team's in a good place right now, so I'm looking forward to Sunday.
What's your plan for pads this year?
Pads on Thursday, and the idea behind that, Wednesday most guys are still sore, so our big day is going to be Thursday. Inside run, first, second, and third down, a little bit of red zone. So it'll be Thursdays with pads.
Hey Vance, was there a point during the preseason where Derek Wolf looked 100% back to the player pre-neck?
Derek's had a great camp, and he's had three really good games in preseason. So I've been impressed with where he's at. He's back to being a dominant player for us.
Coach, a lot of players doing extra work right now. Is that an emphasis, or is that just something they're taking on?
Well, that's our team, and hopefully that's our culture. I mean, even yesterday we had a bunch of guys in working, doing extra. So our team's excited. We've put in the work, and obviously, we're judged on Sundays. So we'll see Sunday, how the work will be rewarded.
Can you plan for their punter? He's been pretty good through these first preseason.
Yeah, I mean, he's been, I think, 48-6 as far as gross and 43-5 as net. He's been special as a rookie. That's a special player, but obviously that's one part of the game, and we have a good one also. So it's going to be a nice battle to see who can flip the field for their teams.
A
few more for the coach.
How confident are you in Jeff Hireman since he came back from being out with the knee injury?
I'm very confident. He's been healthy for 2 or 3 weeks now. He's played well. He's blocking really well, and that position for our offense is so important with our 3 receivers. He's going to get a lot of one-on-ones, and he can win them for us.
You had Adam Jones listed as a starting punt returner. How
Yes.
does he progress there in that corner?
He's fine. I mean, he's an experienced punt returner. He has no problems catching the football. He hadn't played a lot of football, so it's still a concern there, but I trust him. He'll be fine.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right.